some things you need to have knowledge of, especially about the Kiwi culture, to give you some ideas on how to blend well in your community. Number 2, bring a plate. Congratulations for overcoming the wavering days of decision making and the many tedious processing of your documents. Not to mention the days, weeks, months, or even years of waiting to get through it all. Now, you're already here. Welcome to the land of the long white cloud, New Zealand. In Maori, it's called Aotearoa. But arriving in NZ is just the beginning of another chapter in your life. Once you get here, there are many things you need to do or you have to change, because this is a different dimension. A different world you'll have to live in. So today, I'll share with you some things you need to have knowledge of, especially about the Kiwi culture, to give you some ideas on how to blend well in your community, in the workplace, and everywhere you go in this country. Number 1, speak English. If English is your first language, then there's nothing to worry about. But if not, how will you survive here without speaking English? It's gonna be very hard. You have to communicate in the language that is common in the area, English. You have to learn the words and at least learn the correct pronunciation and the slang they use so you understand them and they'll get to understand you too. One time, I was asked by my supervisor where my workmate was, and I said, "She's gone." Then he scratched his head in confusion. "What do you mean?" A few seconds later, he said, "You mean she's gone." You see how little difference can change the whole meaning of the word. And here are some words that maybe are unfamiliar to us Filipinos and are also commonly mispronounced. Shut, shut, like shut the door. Top, tap, like open the tap. Cat, cut. I have a cut on my finger. I know many Filipino newcomers are wanting to improve their English communication skills. That's really good. You're already in NZ. You are expected to work hard to get better at this, because how else can you communicate with your workmates if you can't? Especially if they are all Kiwis. But the sad part is some Filipinos are laughing at another one or mocking those who are trying to speak the language with them, especially if they are struggling in speaking English.
Oh no!
If they are doing so to practice and be better, why not help them out? Correct them if you can, or challenge yourself to do the same thing too. I actually admire the native speakers for not laughing at us when we try our best to speak English to them. They do work really hard to make sense of what we are saying. Why can't we do the same with our fellow Filipinos who are wanting to get better at speaking English with us?
Oh, yeah.
If you want to speak Tagalog or Filipino language or your own dialect when you have Filipino gatherings, that is also acceptable. You can use whatever language you like to be more comfortable and confident in expressing yourself. In fact, NZ recognizes and welcomes the different cultures and languages of the many migrants like us. We are welcome to be us, but we have to be considerate when there are other cultures joining our events. I felt left out when I was invited to a Filipino birthday party, and many of them were speaking other Filipino dialects that I don't understand. That's how other people of different cultures would feel too when they are with us and we're not using English. So I try my best to speak English when there are native speakers around or speakers of other languages. It's awkward in the beginning, but I'm getting a hang of it. Let's say you're talking in Tagalog with another Filipino mate where there are a bunch of other cultures around, so do this in a quiet voice. You don't need to be loud when others can't understand you anyway. Generally, Kiwis are friendly. Some won't tell you off right on your face, but they'll get annoyed.
Oh no!
Okay, don't feel pressured if you're not that confident. You'll become one if you'll just keep trying. I think that's all that matters. They'll greatly appreciate it if you work hard to learn their language. And just like me, I've gotten better because I kept practicing. That's why I'm speaking in English too right now. Plus, other cultures who are able to access my videos would be able to understand and learn from my videos too.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2, bring a plate. This is a New Zealand way. We often make fun of this phrase like bringing an empty plate, but Kiwis understand it means bring something to eat that you want to share with everybody. Kiwis are commonly bringing finger foods or vegetable salad or wine when invited over for a dinner or a party, but for Filipinos, we would bring our favorite Filipino dishes and desserts like adobo, leche flan, maja blanca, spaghetti, ginataan, and many more. It's like a massive eating occasion when we gather together. So when you get invited to a birthday party or to any gathering, it's a shame to go empty-handed. Unless they explicitly told you not to bring anything. But in this case, we would normally bring a present instead. In my case, I would love to give away my beautiful mini plant.
Oh my God! Wow!
Number 3, be on time. Regardless of the weather condition, you should come on time to work, to school, to church, to sports events, to your appointment, to your practices, or whatever activities you plan to do that involve others. Unless the weather condition is very severe. I don't think you're even expected to show up anyway. Time is highly valued in New Zealand, and it shows how you respect others when you come on time or earlier. There's nothing else so disappointing but to see Filipinos are still coming to a planned event very late without notice.
Oh my God!
Well, at least at work they come early, otherwise they'll lose their job if they're always tardy.
Oh no!
Number 4, call in sick. Well-being is a big thing in this country. That's why the previous Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, kept on reiterating, look after one another during the pandemic. And this is our culture in school too. I mean, not the call in sick, but the idea of looking after each other. We teach the kids, I got your back, you got mine. Among teachers and staff, we simply communicate and keep an eye on our buddy class. So when the teacher next door is away or new or coming late, we take initiative to help out the class, monitor the students whenever possible, or assist the teacher as much as we can. However, this should not be abused. I greatly encourage you to use this with all honesty for your well-being, including that of your family. Don't force yourself to come to work if you are troubled, or you may only cause more trouble at work. But many Filipinos, like myself, are hesitant to take a sick leave because we know how it's like without work, so we greatly value it. Even when I was feeling feverish before, I still went to school because it's just embedded in my system to go to work so long as I can still manage myself. But I have to learn because I don't want to harm others on my way to work in case I lost consciousness while driving or infect other teachers and students if I have flu or a severe cough. In school, I was told to just send a text message to our principal with a simple sick message the earliest time possible. No need to elaborate further, so we won't feel so worried about it. Number 5, DIYers. Kiwis love to be creative. They enjoy tinkering and doing things by themselves as much as they can. Hence, they have the 2 biggest DIY shops, Mitriton and Bunnings, where you can find many power tools for beginners or tradies. I have so much fun going to those shops, buying tools and stuff I can use for my simple projects. If only I can study more short courses, especially on carpentry, I think I can still become a tradie.
Huh?
Number 6. Card lovers. Yes! New Zealand is a cashless society. Well, not completely. People just prefer transacting business and paying online nowadays. It's easy, it's fast, it's convenient. In most cases, when we get so busy, we just set up an automatic payments for our power, water, internet, and other bills. I have also learned to use a credit card, which I refused to have in the past. But because of our home loan, we were greatly advised by our mortgage advisor to have one. So we took the low-rate credit card of ANZ. No annual fee, but we just pay off our debts before the end of 55 days to avoid interest. I also have another credit card, Gem Visa. How did I get this one, by the way? When we bought some furnitures, which was on promo under that credit card. But it has an annual fee of $55. I think it's a good deal already, as those were 6 to 18 months interest free. So long as you are able to pay more than you are required each month on your credit card, I'm pretty sure you'll be on top of all your debts. Number 7, nature lover. Kiwis love nature so much that you can see so many parks and beaches that are free access to the public. Anyone can freely explore the beautiful, scenic views of New Zealand. In one condition: keep it clean. There are rubbish bins provided in public areas, so there are no reasons for people to leave their rubbish anywhere. It is also strongly taught in school to respect the environment, which simply means caring for the plants, animals, and letting nature grow as it is. So please look after our surroundings and nature will take good care of us. And there are also a lot of people here are home gardeners. They have plants and they grow their own vegetables for family consumption. Or sometimes they can give it away to their neighbors and friends. And there are also existing community gardens where people in the area gather together and plant in the same place, and they'll just enjoy planting and harvesting together. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, boy.
Number 8, willing to pay. We all need some help to thrive in this country. Like someone to fix the tap, or our car, mow the lawn, clean the house, or do some repair and house maintenance. We have to appreciate people who are able to serve us and pay them for their time, effort, and expertise, even when we're asking a friend or an extended family member to look after our kids. I've heard of parents who left their kids during school holidays in their friend's house without leaving any food for them to eat, nor paying their friends a single penny. That's ridiculously unacceptable. The cost of living here, especially in Auckland, is very high. Don't expect friends or families to do you a favor without giving them back anything. That is just being selfish. Do you know someone who is like this? Either you'll keep quiet or you'll do something about it. What about sharing this with them?
Oh, yeah.
I even have a Kiwi colleague who's babysitting her grandchildren for some bucks. Take note, those were her grandchildren, but her daughter pays her. How much? I don't know. It's up to their agreement. But that's the Kiwi culture. This is not Philippines anymore. Be sensitive to the financial needs of other people and don't take advantage of them just because they aren't saying anything. Otherwise, you'll destroy your relationship in the end. Talk it out with them if you are really struggling financially too. Maybe they can help you sort out some things.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. But don't be just a taker. Be willing to pay. And here's another thing, especially when you travel together with your friends. Have your share for the gas. They may have invited you to come along and you got so excited thinking that it's free. They probably won't say it, but develop the etiquette of offering it yourself. Unless you're not capable enough to give your share and they have offered to treat you. When a Kiwi friend invited us for a catch-up in a restaurant and I was the only Filipino in the group, one said to get your order, and I was wondering, is she going to pay for all of us? Back in the Philippines, the expenses will be shouldered by the one who organized the event and invited the people to come join them. So I ordered an affordable dish just in case I would have to pay it myself. And true enough, when we finished, I saw each one went to the till to pay. So I realized that's how social gathering works here in New Zealand. And for me, it's fair. So, how do you find this Kiwi culture? Do you like them all? Which one is your most or least favorite? Are you now excited to blend in, or you're not ready yet? Leave another Kiwi culture that I missed in the comment section below, and I would love to read them or get to know more about it too. Kakite!
Meanwhile.
Stop making noise.
Gutom na ako.
I need you to hurry up because I'm recording.